Okay, so my friends, this is Tvtimsweden English style and Social News Network TV with Tim, because Barry's not here. Well, as everybody probably understands now, I'm doing this because of the fact that our family company shut me down. And they also shut Krista down, and they have shut the sheriff down before. I thought it was Bob Marley who shot the sheriff, but now when I think about it, it wasn't Bob Marley. It was Huss in Gothenburg. Well, I'm gonna try to do this in between windfalls. So I guess, Barry, you haven't been here for a while at this beach. I think actually since the early 90s, I guess. So anyway, it's a pretty nice day, except a little breeze. I hope this would come out okay anyway. So, it's Thursday afternoon. I guess I go to a place without the wind, okay? Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this here today, so I might move to another spot. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, Barry as well, he wondered yesterday. So Barry, I'm using our channel, Social News Network TV, for the purposes of being able to transmit, or what should we say, send my programs from Tvtimsweden, because I'm banned from the family channel. The family company, YT, that makes a whole lot of money on our channels, is shutting me down for a week, and also shutting down other channels for like 7 days, and then for 14 days the second time, and then up to a month, and then you're shut out. Then you're getting demonetized, as they say. Defund the police, defund Tim and Barry. No fucking way. We gotta be careful, Barry, if we want to make money on this thing. We gotta follow the rules and do as I have planned to do on Tvtimsweden part 2 and part 3, on channels like Rumble, Getter, Truth Social, and in Sweden's case, Swebtube. So that's it. Watch the language, watch the topics, and we'll just explain and talk about other things like music, sport, and things we don't get cancelled regarding. And when we want to talk about the heavy stuff, we'll do part 2 and part 3 and part 4 and whatever we call it, you know, on other platforms. That's too bad, because YouTube is the best one, the best technical one, and easiest and best to upload, and features, and the studio, and the analytics department, and everything like that is super on YouTube, much better than other platforms. It's really hard to make money on Rumble, for instance. So yeah, so anybody seeing this not speaking Swedish, like Barry's friends or Barry's family or other Americans that we reach out to, I say like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places, you know. What did he say? He said, excuse me for my English, which stinks. Amola, abo. Anyway, that was kind of funny. I like that movie. So I guess my English is understandable. When I'm in the States, it only takes a few weeks, then people actually think I'm from Canada, so it's pretty okay, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna move to another spot and have a cup of coffee, and I'll continue there. Okay, ciao. Okay, I found a little cafe place here. It's like a beach kiosk, but it's not open, so just hanging out here for a while. Some hot mommies walking around. This sidewalk thing here, or whatever you want to call it, the path, it's a jogging streak, and people are inlining and skateboarding and biking, and you know, it's a very nice situation in the summertime, I can tell you. It's got a great view here. If you understand what I mean, Barry boy. See Copenhagen over there? It's pretty clear today, but it's windy, as I said. So anyway, I saw a really nice, funny thing about Joe Biden, you know, your papa there. And actually going to edit that into this episode. It's done by it's on Fox News. It's from Gutfield, the Greg Gutfield show. I think it's from one of those guys there, or acting as Joe Biden sometimes, and this one was particularly funny. So yep, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was pretty weird because they used some of his gaffes, I guess you call it. And yeah, you can watch for yourself. Why not do that right now? And I'll get back to you. Okay.
What should we do about this, Mr. President?
Hey, come on, man. Look, I understand people are stressed out. I understand it. But I told you what it was about. There's two reasons for it, all right? Vladimir COVID, Putin 19. Both those guys. And look, old Joe, I know how to deal with this thing, all right? I know what it feels like when you have to put food in your gas tank, all right? So you got to listen to people, though. You got to do what you're told. If people would do what they're told, then we wouldn't have to take off our shoes when we went into the bus station, on the airport, on the thing there.
That was funny, right? I thought it was hilarious, actually. He's doing it pretty authentic, I think. That's how weird he is. That's how demented he is. So anyway, this looks like I'm sitting behind a container, but it's actually a burger, sort of ice cream castle kiosk thing. So Krister is always talking about that the garbage truck is coming. Well, I have a whole other type of truck thing coming along. So anyway, I think I'm gonna move down to a spot down there that I see from here and continue there. It's actually too windy here as well, so I'll be back again. Ciao. Well, I was just thinking I'll do another little clip from the beach before I head down to the other place I was thinking about, just for any American viewers who haven't been to Malmö or haven't been to Sweden maybe and haven't seen our beach here. So this is actually, as I've said before, I think we're the only city in Europe except Barcelona that has a miles long sandy beaches in town, so to say. If you think of any other city in Europe that has a beach within the city limits, let me know of it, because I don't really know. You have like these sort of built beaches on concrete and rocks and things. We have them down there too at the Turning Torso building there, and we have that in Copenhagen as well. Copenhagen is right there. If you see it, you see Copenhagen there, and the bridge between Malmö and Copenhagen. And these are the boardwalks coming out in the ocean there. That's a steam house out there, or a sauna. And so this is like it's a sandy beach. You see more of the sandy beach sort of on the other side. So you have grass here and people are lying around all over the place. But it's pretty nice. It's very nice. It's a very nice layout here. Lots of outdoor gyms and things like that. Well, anyway, so I wanted to say that the whole thing for me and Barry to do Social News Network TV is because we thought that we couldn't really find a channel that expresses Scandinavian and Swedish, European news and American news in a way that you sort of can't get, you know, because what you get from CNN and MSNBC is fake news. What you get from SVT and TV4 in Sweden is a lot of fake news as well. So our hope is to be able to talk about our experiences and how we see things, how our friends and family are seeing things in America and in Sweden. So yeah, I'll head down to a place without as much wind, and I'll continue there. Okay. Yeah, so I apologize for the stop and go sequences today, but it's a really nice day. It's in blue skies, sunny out. It's actually pretty hot. It's like close to 70 degrees, maybe 67, 68 in the shade. And but it's a little windy, so I gotta cut this up. But I wanted to do this episode anyway because it feels both in a way sad, and it also feels, you get angry actually when you have this opportunity, when your episodes are being yellowed. For anybody who doesn't know what that means, when you upload an episode on YouTube and it becomes yellow, they tell you that all of the material in your episode is not valid or approved for advertising. So people who are advertising, companies that are advertising, you know, the advertising that you see, if you're a premium member, you don't have to see the ads. But if you don't pay for YouTube, if you just have it as a channel, you get all of these spots with advertising. These used to be soccer fields before. Now they are for horses that jump. What do you call that? Horse jumping. I don't know what that's called in English actually, but you know what I mean, I guess. And the field over there towards the golf course is actually a soccer field just for practice. It's a lawn, basically a big lawn, big grass field here. And the Swedish team, the Minnesota something, Malmö Vikings or whatever, they're practicing and playing American football over there. Actually mostly practicing. There is a stadium close to Kronprinsen, or Crown Prince, our blue tall building over there, which you can't see for the other buildings. Well, anyway, so this is another part of the beach here, and I was talking about something, yeah, advertising. So you get a chance when you're yellowed, when they see, oh, you know, you need to be greened, as we call it. You see a green sign that your episode is approved. They check it. You can see these circles spinning around on your screen, and they check, and yeah, you're approved. And then you can upload it, and you make some money, some % of the ads you make. And you can follow that on analytics and see how much money you're gonna get. And if you have an AdSense account with Google, you actually get the money on the 23rd. Well, I'll just wait for this one to leave. On the 23rd each month. And I think on the 22nd, if the 23rd is a Saturday. So I should get some money tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna get tomorrow, maybe $300-400 bucks. But still, whether you make a lot of money or a little money, that's for the time you put into it. You put in a lot of time, you know, doing research, watching news, walking around. You're using gas in your car when you drive to certain spots, and you have to buy a new camera sometimes, and like a microphone and a new computer, things like that you put into it. So it feels worth it, and it's fun, and it's educating, and all kinds of positive words I can find to have a YouTube channel. But then when they punish you for nothing, I think it's really sad and bad, and it makes me pissed because they have no reason to do it. So I'm going to explain what I got banned for. 7 days now I can't upload, and I will tell you why. I'm just going to move to another spot again because this is too windy here. Ciao. So then when you are yellowed, okay, a sign comes up, or a notification thing comes up, and it says to you, you know, your episode is not approved for 100% of advertising. You might get some income from advertising, but most likely nothing or not a lot. Okay, walk into the jungle here. God damn, it's sticky. sticky like glue. No, sticky like rose buds or whatever you call them. So, and then they say, click this button if you want to double check it, so that we know that your episode really isn't approved for 100% advertising. So you click that, of course. And then it says, we will get back to you within 7 days. And can you believe it? After 7 days, you have had all your viewers. In my case, from 1,000 to 4,000 views, okay? That per month is, in my case today, with almost 3,000 subscribers. I do episodes almost every day. And I have almost up to 100,000 views per month. That comes to like $500, $600, $700 normally. But I'm down to 200, 300, 400 because after 7 days, my 15 of my 40 past episodes have been yellowed. And of course I challenge it by pressing that button like, yeah, I want you to double check it. So you get this congratulation email. Can you believe it? After 7 days exactly. Congratulations, your episode is approved for advertising. My God, YouTube, you are not fair for 5 seconds. Who's gonna watch that episode again? So when I'm thinking about it, what I should do is, I should actually remove that episode and keep it in my computer. And then when I get this mail confirmed, then I should post that episode so nobody have seen it. But on the other hand, it's a week old with news that might not be relevant anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a double-edged sword, or what you call it. Wow. Gotta move into the deep jungle again to get away from this wind here. Okay, Gunnar and Jörn, I think you're watching too in Fort Lauderdale. You haven't been here for many, many years. Göran, obviously, you're welcome to my place. In June, you can stay with me for as long as you need. Tito, my friend in New York, is coming in July 17th, I think. I'm actually going to London to see Avatars. Björn and Benny and Agneta and Frida have built their own ABBA arena next to the O2 Arena in London, Canary Wharf. And it's called the ABBA Arena, capacity of 3,500. It's pretty cool what they did. They recorded a new album, and they taped the whole concert where they played all the instruments and sang all of the old hits like Mamma Mia, Money Money, and Waterloo and whatever, and a couple of the new songs from the new album. And then they did avatars of them, which they of course call avatars. Pretty smart. So Friday the 15th of July, when I turn 57, can you believe it? No, I cannot. That's when we're going to be in London and watch ABBA. So that's kind of cool. So back to the issue. The issue is that they suck us dry. And that's weird, because if they can't put up the ads, which I have asked people, because some people tell me, oh Tim, they take all the money from the ads. No, they don't, because they don't make any money, because they actually don't post ads as much or not at all, just as they say. Because my mother and other people that are following me basically every episode are saying that, what happened? There was no advertising today, because I'm going out, instead of asking for cash contributions to my channel, which a lot of people do. You see in America and you see in Sweden that people are asking, please support me with the money to Patreon or PayPal or Swish or something, because you know you need support, of course. Depending on what you work with, or if you even have a job, you sort of ask for contributions from your viewers, from your subscribers. And that's fair, because it's up to the subscriber to send any money if they want. Small amounts or big amounts or no amounts. There is no, it's not like you are forced to do it. You do it if you want to help and support your channel. And I can tell you, from what I know, people are not pocketing that money. They are using it for cameras and videos and things like that. Could be printer, paper and whatever you need for your printer and so on. So that's pretty fair, but I don't do that for several reasons, at least yet. I don't know what Bern I'm going to do in the future, but I thought it was enough to tell people, you know, like, please watch the advertising. Because the more advertising you watch, sometimes it's a minute, sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's even longer. So I actually joke and I tell people, you know, watch the advertising. If you don't like it, you know, put on a coffee, take a shower or whatever, and let it run, because that way you support my channel, because that's where I make some small money from. So I'm making those jokes, and people are commenting, you know, in the comment section below that, yeah, I watched the advertising when I went out today. I put on your episode again, Tim, so it was running when I was not home without the sound on, you know, just to support you with the advertising income. Yeah, right. But then Google sucked you dry. So that's what I don't like. Now, on this channel, Social News Network TV with Tim and Barry, they can't do that because we don't have an AdSense account yet. We need 1,000 subscribers, and we need to have over 4,000 minutes. I think it is. Can't be 4,000 hours. I don't know, 4,000 something views on top of the 1,000 subscribers to be able to apply for an AdSense account. And that takes about 1 to 2 months to get that. Once you get that, you don't get the money reimbursed, so to say, for that time. So you start to make money once you click in the pin code which they send out to you. That's when you start to make your money, okay? So I'm in a rock and a hard place regarding if I should save my episodes that becomes yellowed in the future, or if I should just post them and you know, for the viewers, and say, shit, F it, you know, I won't make any money on this episode, so I'll just make another one. And also, I can also learn that it's usually in my slides, it's usually my interest with music, where I do pictures of, you know, Islamic or terrorism or violence in the police. It's like, it's when I say some harsh things, or when I put up some harsh or nasty pictures, which I don't think I do. But in their view, their policy states that that's the fact. So I guess we can think what we want about it, but they decide. It's their platform. That's why I think it's a great idea for everybody who wants to make money on their YouTube channel. Like Russell Brand, he makes a ton of money. He has 5.5 million views. Joe Rogan, what does he have? 11 million? Or was that on Twitter? I don't remember. But anyway, a lot of channels have a lot of, and like Jericho Green, if you know that black guy from California somewhere, he's hilarious. He has a really foul mouth, that guy. He swears like a dog about black. He's black, so he swears a lot about black people. He says the N-word all the time, and he says a lot of things what we should do with the people from the Middle East that are invading our country, and from the Mexican border and things like that. And he doesn't get banned. He doesn't even get yelled or anything. He said on some episode, I mean, he showed a diploma, I think it's called in English, right? A diploma, when he got over 350,000 subscribers, and YouTube rewarded him with extra money and things like that. My God, with that language. So I found out that we're getting paid from Google Ireland here. It says payment from Google Ireland in Dublin, okay? So, but it's Google Stockholm that is doing this double check on our channels here in Sweden. And, you know, so I'm gonna send a really, really tough letter to them next week, trying to be as polite as I can, but I'm going to say that this is not fair. It's not fair that you always send me a congratulation letter 7 days after. Congratulations, your episode is cleared for advertising. 1 second. So here's a little hockey rink, asphalt thing where they play outdoor hockey and bandy. Do you even know what bandy is in America? You don't know what bandy is, Barry, do you? Or handball, like super cool sports in Americans. You don't know about handball and bandy? Well, I'll put some in one episode in the future. When it's the World Championship or European Championships in bandy and handball, it's really, really cool. Anyway, so do you have paddle yet? Do you know what paddle is? Because I've been thinking about that. I work with a couple of guys that are really into paddle. Sort of a mix between tennis, squash, and badminton in a weird way, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's also a business idea, to start up paddle in America. I don't know if you have, at least they don't have a lot of it, as I've heard, but who knows. I have to check it. So So then we come to the red situation, okay? When you get banned for 7 days. I'll move to another spot again because it's too windy here. So, anybody know about Zlatan Ibrahimovic? You Americans, Zlatan Ibrahimovic played in LA Galaxy. Sweden's absolutely most famous soccer player. He lived in that house over there for a while. Now it's Carl Söderberg from plays hockey in Malmö Redhawks. He played in NHL for years. And we didn't have a good season this year, but he was good. He was one of the best players anyway. So yeah, so now I'm going to talk about how I was redded once and warned, and now when I got the red color again, they took out my episode and banned me for 7 days from uploading. So I'm gonna move into my car and do that part, this final part of today's episode, and yeah, to get rid of the wind actually. But it's a pretty nice day. It's just not for my camera. Okay, hold on a second. So yeah, hello. Now I'm in my car here. My old BMW, my Beamer, my Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's a pretty nice car to be this old. It's spotless. Runs like a, I don't know what, a limousine. It's beautiful. It's heavy, automatic, climate controlled, so great eyes. Happy? But I guess it's not, because it runs on gasoline and oil. Anyway, Texas, here I come. So I wanted to go in on this red part regarding this thing, and I hope that this will not be banned on our channel now. But no, I guess it doesn't, because all they it will not be, because they only do that to channels with AdSense account. I guess they can give you a warning, I think, but I'm pretty careful obviously here, and I gotta tell you, Barry, and let you know about this. We gotta read the regulations. There are regulations before you get an AdSense account, and the regulations after you have it and start to make money on the advertising. So we're pretty cool now. But the thing is, slides, music, and so on. And sometimes I guess it's also what you say. So here's the thing. I got a warning regarding an episode that they took out a couple of months ago, and the warning stated that nothing happens now, but if it happens again and you do this, you know, that we decide is hate speech or similar, we will take that episode down as well, and you will not be able to upload for 7 days. If you do it again, the next time it's 14 days, and so on. And in the end, you'll be, after 4 or 5 times, you'll be demonetized, as I said before. You can't make any more money for a month, I think it is. You can get that monetizing thing back, I guess, once or twice, but it takes a long time, so it's not worth it to put yourself in that situation. I'm driving in a little house, sort of villa area here, so bear with me if you want to see me, but I'm not much to look at today, so you can watch my steering wheel here. Okay, so I was thinking, what's going on here? Why do they do this to me? What did I do this time? So I'm reading their statement, and I see that they still have this thing that I could actually ask them to double check it. And I did that. I asked them to double check it, and I could also add a text, which I thought was fair, you know, like this miscellaneous box. So I wrote there that I think this is unfair. I don't see anything in this episode that is hate speech. I told them I controlled it, I watched it again, and I don't know what you mean. I've done worse in other episodes, and you haven't read those. And what I mean with worse is that I have said clearly that I think it's the heavy Muslim migration, the Islamism that is growing in mosques and in basement, cellar mosques, whatever you call it in America. That is a big part of this, because the police is telling me that that's what it is. So if the police say it, and if the regular news say it sometimes, and so on, there is and I see it on the streets. I live in Malmö, for God's sakes. I call it Falafel City for a reason. Stockholm I call Kebab Town. But anyway, so So I write this really nice letter to them stating that, 1 second here, this old lady has to go over a pedestrian thing, and now her bag is blowing away, and another woman is taking that up with her foot, and I can't drive, and I have a bus behind me, and things are getting really weird here. Oh my God. Well, that's pretty cool that things happen in my car on a Thursday afternoon. Okay, I'll try to finish this up. So, after a few seconds, maybe actually just even a minute, I'll get another email back. No, we have now manually checked your episode, and it definitely continues hate speech. We won't upload it for you again. Please read the regulations and be careful from now on. 95% of everybody who gets banned like this or warned that you can't upload, 95% of everybody in your situation never gets red flagged again. Because I guess they start to really follow the regulations, I guess. So anyway, I double checked the episode again, and there is no hate speech in there. And here's my question that I'm going to write in the letter to Google. How come you don't have that function when we need it? Like, if I get red flagged for musical rights, let's say I take a song with Prince or ABBA or Rolling Stones or something, I use some of their music material. During the checkup, when you upload an episode, a warning comes up and it says, you will not make any money on this. All of the AdSense money will go to the owner of that song that you used. Here are a couple of options. Edit that song out yourself, or push this button and we'll delete the music, and you're fine, and you will be green and make money on the advertising on this episode. So, how difficult can it be to have the exact same message and telling me, you know, Tim, your episode is 42 minutes, between minute 22 and 23, and 8 and 10, let's say, you're saying things that we don't allow for our advertisers, and it's considered hate speech. Push this button and we'll delete that part, or edit it yourself and try to upload it later. Obviously, I would have done that, and then I can do a part 2 on SwebTube or Rumble or Getter or Locals and say what I want to say there. And you know how they work on Google, which is really weird? You can even do a part 2 on another platform and say what you want. And then you can tell everybody, this is a really soft episode here on YouTube. I don't like it that it is this way, but click on the link and you'll see the real episode below here. Nick DiPaolo, comedian in New York, he's doing that. I know that Dan Bongino, who got deplatformed from YouTube, he's doing it. Russell Brand is doing it, many more. They're doing their part 2 or part 3 or their so-called truth-speaking episode they do on Rumble and Getter and so on. So I just think it's really bad that they do this. And have you seen what they're trying to do to Elon Musk now? Now the board of directors, did you see who is in the board? JP Morgan, the bank. God damn, I have funds there. Okay, JP Morgan. And who was it? It wasn't Bill Gates. It was some other heavy guy. It wasn't Klaus Schwab. It's some other dragon and other people. They don't want him to buy up the whole thing, because you know what they state seriously? I saw it from Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity. They state that they don't want him to change Twitter so that people will be allowed to say whatever they want. Because if people start to say what they want, that's going to be a lot of disinformation. Are you kidding me? Twitter is the whole platform for all news in the world. That's where all the news comes from. And it's disinformation, 80% of it. It's pure lies, most of it. I can't say most of it. I can say a lot of it. It's really sick. Okay, ciao for now. I'm going to go into a store here. I'm going to drive home, park the car. I'm going to go up to a really nice pub in the sun and read a book that I'm reading now, which is really cool, actually. It's about Swedish. It's about, it's Lennart Mattikainen's book, one of our so-called YouTube friends here in Sweden. He's a really good, he's good at talking about society and politics and things like that. And he was banned from TV, actually, because he did too much free speak. He wrote a really good book series, and this is the third part. I think it's called Hämndens ansikte. What is that the name of it? The face of revenge. The face of revenge is the easiest way to translate it, I guess. And I'm gonna sit with a cold beer on a corner next to my pub and read this book. And tonight it's football, or soccer as you say. Värnamo, a little town in Sweden, is playing Malmö FF, and we are the champions again. So that will be nice. And yeah, and so when you see this and hear this, I've been home in between uploading this stuff here. So take care for now, and remember, I'm back on Tvtimsweden on Wednesday, or at the latest Thursday next week. So I'm going to do another episode with you, Barry, for Social News Network TV over the weekend, I hope, or at the latest Monday. And so yeah, so anybody who wants to follow me on Tvtimsweden, both in English and Swedish, I will upload my episodes there on Social News Network TV. I know I repeat that a lot, but it takes a long time. I mean, to build 1,000 subscribers shouldn't be that difficult, because I have almost 3,000 on Tvtimsweden, and you should all help me to click on subscribe, share, click on the button down there to get your notification, the notification bell. You know what the Jericho Brown says about that, right? Because every time you do, a piece of shit liberal cries. I think it's pretty funny. Probably true as well. So okay, guys, take care, and we'll talk soon, or I'll talk and you listen. Thank you very much for that. Ciao.